Hi everybody, welcome back. So today I want to talk about all the progress that I made in November for paying off my debt, or paying down my debt rather. So don't want to keep you guys waiting, so just gonna go ahead and say it. For November, I paid down my debt by more than $1,700, and if you stay tuned, I'll go into exactly how that happened. So if this is one of the first videos that you're seeing of mine, I have three forms of debt. I have two credit cards and then student loans. So let's talk about the student loans first because no progress was made on the student loans. If you're not aware right now, for all federal student loans, you don't have to make any payments or interest because of COVID and everything that's happening with the pandemic. So that has been since March, and that ends in December, which is like really scary because it's November. Well, actually, today that I'm filming this, it's November 27th. So yeah, the clock is ticking on that. But at the beginning of the year, not the beginning, the middle of the year, I paid off all of the interest on my student loans. Since they weren't accruing interest, I just wanted to go ahead and get all of my interest paid off. So right now I only have the principal left on both of my student loans. And I stopped paying down the principal just because I have the high interest credit card debt, so I wanted to focus on that. So as you can see, no progress was made in November for my student loans. So I have the Apple credit card, and if you've seen my past videos, at the beginning of the year, that debt was like 3,000 something, and then I almost paid it off. I was so close to paying it off, and then my computer no longer was like editing videos, so I went and got a new laptop because that was a necessity, and I don't regret that. And then I just wanted an iPad, so I got a new iPad, and by the end of it I put like another 4,000 on the credit card, so I'm currently paying that off. The only good thing about that was since I bought Apple products with the Apple credit card, everything was 0% interest, which was great. Still a lot of money, but at least it's at 0% interest. So I am just making my payments on that. And this month I paid $371 and 31 cents. No transactions because I'm not putting anything on that card. And now the debt is lowered to $2,812 and 16 cents. So making progress on that. Slowly but surely. If I follow their payment plan, it'll be completely paid off by July. I'm debating whether or not to, like, once I pay off my other credit card, if I just want to pay this one off too. Typically, I would just go to my student loans because this one has 0% interest, and the student loans do have like 5 and 6% interest for them. But I don't know if I want to do that just because, like, I'm hoping that Biden and Harris come through and, cancel off these student loans. So I don't know if I want to, like, go super heavy next year once we do have to start making payments again. I don't know if I want to go super heavy on them if, the government is going to, like, cancel them. So I'm not sure, but I may just, like, once my other credit card is paid off, I may just focus on paying this one off. I don't know. I'll decide later, but anyway, that's where I'm at with the Apple credit card. Last but certainly not least is the Citi credit card. So at the beginning of this month, I started with $5,376.23, and by the end of the month, I lowered it to $4,001.56. So I'm so happy because I have not seen it that low in more than a year. So it's really, really exciting to see that card balance just getting lower and lower and lower. So I made almost $2,000 worth in payments towards that card this month, which is crazy. The interest that was charged was $68. Now these transactions, let's get into the transactions because, I'm supposed to not be putting anything on the credit card, but let me explain. So at the beginning of the month, like the fourth or so day into the month, I had a dentist appointment. So I got in my car and I started my car, and I'm going to insert a clip of what happened. long story short, my car battery died. And it was this whole ordeal, and I had to, like, a friend had to come, like, jumpstart my car, and, like, he followed me to the AutoZone. I think that's where I went, and I had to buy a new battery, and it cost, like, almost $200 to get a new battery for my car. So, at that time, I get paid twice a month, and I'd already paid rent and, like, all this other stuff, and I didn't have, like, cash to pay for that, so I put it on my credit card, and then when I got paid later in the month, I was going to just pay it off with my second paycheck. But a family member came through. So I, like the day that it happened, I was talking to my parents about it because, like, that's never happened to me before and I didn't know what to do. So I was talking to my dad about it. And then, like, a week or two later, I'm, like, sitting on the couch and I get a Cash App notification and it's like $200 for your car. And I was like, oh. And it came from my dad's account. And I called my daddy and I was like, did you just send me $200 for the car battery? And he's like, no, your granddaddy sent you that. And I was like, like, no offense, mom and daddy, but, like, once I heard that granddaddy sent it, I was like, this makes a lot more sense. Just because, like, I don't know, my parents have, like, other financial obligations and they've never, like, paid for emergencies since I've become an adult. So it surprised me that they sent it, but my granddaddy, he's more likely to do stuff like that. So I called him and he was like, yeah, your dad told me everything that happened and you're a nice young lady and I know how you are about your money, so I just wanted to help you out. And I was like, thank you, granddaddy. I was so thankful. So he, like, it didn't even matter that it happened before, like, because I was upset about it because I was like, dang, like, my progress is going to be short by like $200. But he came through and now it, like, bounced it out. So I was really happy about that. So that's part of those transactions. What's the rest of that from? I have a yearly subscription that I forgot about that's like $50, and that was on the credit card, and like I said, I forgot about it, so that's part of those transactions. And then I'm, like, low-key ashamed to say the rest of the money is from that Beyonce just keeps applying pressure, does she not? She dropped a clothing line, like, in October, and then she did, like, a second round of it, and I bought pieces from it, and that's what the rest of that money is from. I wanted it because, like, I've always wanted, like, Ivy Park clothes. Like, that's her clothing line. And before, like, this isn't her first launch of it. She did, like, a previous launch a year or two ago. And, like, I couldn't afford it, so I didn't get anything. And this time it was like, I can afford this. I'm just so focused on credit or paying off my credit card debt. But I can, like, actually afford this. And I kept going back and forth with myself. And I was like, you know what, Simone? Do it. Just do it. And I talked myself into buying some pieces. I got some cargo pants, which I do not regret those cargo pants at all. They have like 8 different pockets, and I love pockets. Anyway, I got the cargo pants, and I got a hoodie, and I got a, like, crop top workout shirt, and then I got some shoes, and they sent me the wrong size of shoes, and they said that I can't return them or exchange them, so I'm gonna have to sell those, and hopefully I can sell those for a profit. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to do some hustling there and sell off those shoes. I don't know why I'm waiting. Like, I still haven't done it, but I want to get on, like, Poshmark or something and sell the shoes. Anyway, but that's where those transactions are from. But I paid off all those transactions. Everything that I put on the card, I paid off the same month and still was able to make progress on the credit card. So, not the most financially responsible decisions to get the stuff from Ivy Park, but I don't really have any regrets. Just keeping it honest with you guys. So yes, my new balance on the credit card is $4,001.56. So let's do a tally of everything. So the Apple Card, I'm at $2,812.16. The Citi Card, $4,001.56. In student loans, which haven't changed for months, I'm at $34,387.29 for a total debt of $41,201.01. And that is where I'm at for November. That's how I'm ending November. I'm going to make a whole other video about my like financial goals for 2021, but just a like a spoiler, I think that I'm going to be able to pay off my credit cards by March. If I don't like go back to focusing on the student loans, I think I can pay my credit cards off by March. And that would just leave the student loans. Yo, if like Biden, Harris, like I'm fine with telling you this, like I voted for you, like I really need y'all to come through. Y'all was talking about how like we owe black women, the election, and we really came through. Yes, we did come through. So I'm gonna need you to come through for me and, like handle these student loans because, like they keep throwing around all these different numbers and nothing is like certain right now. But even like 10,000 would be like a major help for me. It would save like months on my debt-free journey that I'm on. So like I'll accept anything, man. But it's just so frustrating because like really I could be done by like the beginning of next year with my credit cards, and then the only thing that's left is the student loans. And like it's gonna, even though I'm able to pay down my debt a lot every month, like it's still gonna take years before the student loans are paid off. If my like income stays at the same rate, like it's gonna take years to pay the student loans off. So I'm gonna need them to come through and help me with this. But that is that's where I'm at for November. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel, leave some comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.